Speaking of which, with Kendrick's album that just came out, a lot of people are talking about breaking generational curses and all this other stuff. People are saying like, "Oh, why are you bringing these things up?" But it's because that people haven't really spoken about it, why they persist.
The conversation.
Yeah.
Isn't it something we've seen in our community for so many, for years now? Like the children are getting polluted with trash. When are we gonna get some good music out, right? Kendrick said it on his last album. I'm trying to stop. I'm tired of seeing the fake butts, all that stuff, right? Of course, he's gonna make a switch and make us alert of the mind. I mean, the consciousness is what 2020 and beyond is about. If it hasn't been about consciousness and elevating it and being aware of the bubble that you were in once and being awoken to life.
There's a great song by J. Cole called "Snow on the Bluff." And he speaks on the same exact topic. And he said, you kind of have to realize and put yourself in a mindset. You got to speak to these people kind of like the children in a sense, because you got to think about it. This is hundreds and hundreds of years. Not going to happen overnight.
No, it's not.
It's not going to be easy. No.
Little by little, you have to be chiseling away at it, especially in like these heavily impoverished areas. So, yeah, man, I definitely hear, but I'm glad Kendrick came out with this album. He really put it out there in the light.
So then my question would be, where do you guys think that we lose that energy to sort of face these fears? Because, when you're a kid, they always say, oh, go after your fears. What do you want to be when you grow up? You want to be an astronaut. And then you get to 15, 16, 17, and people say, you want to go to space? Yeah, okay.
But you know what? Life conditions us that way. It's sad, but when you take a test, right, and you fail, it's a negative impact on you, right? Yep. Testing, even down to you can't compete. So what happens is your mind starts to condition. I can't do but so much. That's why I wasn't a big fan of, when I was in the school system, wasn't a big fan of tests, right? Because to tell a kid how they thinking is wrong, because you have to find a way to reach them, right?
Right.
But a lot of times it's just a right or wrong. So if you keep hearing you're ugly and no matter how beautiful you are, that's another analogy I'm coming with it, right? You're going to start believing you're ugly. You see what I'm saying? You're going to start believing that you're not good enough.
It's like the fish and the bird.
You have
analogy.
to break what you were saying. You have to break that generational curse, but it's also like we have to become more aware of ourselves. Like, I think that's the problem. We're not aware of ourselves. We haven't really started tapping into who we are, or like we can't hold that mirror up to ourselves and be like, I'm bad. I've made these mistakes. Like, we have to accept that in order to break away from those like generational curses and our own curses, and then like move forward and heal. And that's even in the school system. Like, we're so stuck on what the society has set for us. We're stuck on what the structure was years ago before we even like, well, like at least me, before I walked this earth, before my mom even walked these systems that were in place that were for a whole different generation and time frame. And now everything's just different.